What's up, traders? Welcome to live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard, your trading coach. We will be doing a live trading session and live analysis. So, in this live session, we will try to analyze all the pairs that is giving us trading opportunity, as well as you know that today is weekend and there is a news coming up on CAD. So we could find a significant trading opportunity in this session. So before I begin, as usual, make sure that you give a big thumbs up, smash the like button, and also hit the subscribe button if you haven't done yet. As you can see today, because it's weekend, we see many of the pairs reversing, including gold and many other pairs, including euro dollar, CAD pairs, many pairs giving us trading opportunity. And we also opened a couple of trades and we'll discuss all of them. And at the same time, in this session, you guys and girls, I'll give you a full analysis of the pairs that you are trading from my opinion, from my point of view. So make sure you can use the live chat section where you can request me to or you can write your favorite pairs to analyze. We see that euro dollar having a strong rejection from the top, so it could be a fake move on euro dollar that we have seen, or could be a real move, but let's see what happened. As you can see, euro dollar unusually went above. That's the normal. It basically needs this retest of this neckline of this head and shoulder, and we see there was a very aggressive move happen early today. Now we see the sellers now selling this market. So we'll look all of them. Also some pairs such as Gbpusd CAD doing the same thing. We have seen a very strong rejection from the top after the news announcement. We see that this one is coming down. CAD CHF. So CAD CHF, we have opened a trade on as CAD CHF has broke to the downside. It's coming down. I believe that it will Euro AUD also we have opened a trade. So quite a few pairs that we think that will give us trading opportunity, including the dollar pairs. So look all of them. Now before I begin, let me see what's happening in the chat, guys. Tuned, I'm waiting for you. Thank you. Augustia, very good. Thank you. Barno, hello coach. Dr. Anthony, hello. Dr. Alzaf, good day coach, no problem. Folks, hello Uizer, thank you very much. George, hello boss. Any analysis on dollar yen? Thanks, no problem. Analysis, yeah, we'll look at it. I'm from Pakistan, thank you very much. Carlos, that SL is crazy. Yeah, I say good morning from Toronto. Hello coach. US oil please, thank you. Yeah, we'll look at it. Loda GBP USD. Ali Latif, hi coach, thanks for your yesterday gold analysis, that was amazing. Thank you very much Ali Latif, beautiful day. Thank you Amir, hello sir. Gold and gold, awesome. GBP USD down. We'll look all of them, guys and girls, one by one. So today is weekend. There is some pairs, probably will get some good trade. So first let's begin with euro dollar. Let's see what's happening with euro dollar. Now we see that euro dollar, let's begin with, this is the 4-hour time frame, and we have seen a big move happen on euro dollar. Okay, if you look at monthly, right, we have seen euro dollar has created a wick at the top on the monthly. Okay, now let's look at weekly. Okay, weekly time frame, we have seen that these 2 weeks, previous 2 weeks have been passed. This weekly candle crossed the previous 2 weeks, and now what we see that there is a rejection coming up. So this is the weekly candle and this is the weekend. Let's see what might happen. Let me look at the daily. Okay, so daily we have seen a very almost a weekless candle. We have seen a rejection. What I think that euro dollar might do, okay, what I think euro dollar might come back down again, okay, here, and we could see some sideways movement. So we could see, I think euro dollar now will break down and will go up again. Okay, something like that. So with that in mind, let's see on the 4-hour. Okay, so this current candle is now dropping. Okay, now at this point, what I think that today we might see like something like that. Okay, for me euro dollar, okay, I think that it might come down again, and then probably from this zone we could see some bullish move. So the direction is not fully clear yet, because we have seen an aggressive move up, now coming down. Now from this zone it will create a bullish like that, or it is coming down, will determine based on price action. Okay, so we need to see, this candle is not trading candle, because we see a rejection, but it doesn't mean that it will continue to drop again straight. The way will determine either this instrument will drop or will rise. You see there is a wickless candle here. I think that euro dollar tonight we might see some sideways, but I think it might go up again. Okay, for me we could see that euro dollar on the monthly perspective, you see there is I think that it will rise up a little bit to the further, or if it continue to drop, okay, we need to see how this price action is forming. Now for continuation, I mean for dropping, what we need, see this is a bearish candle, strong rejection, right? We need slow retracement, something like that, and then we could see a drop. I think that if this one closes, you see there is a wickless candle here. This is the main key point for me. If the price pass this wickless candle and then close below this level, okay, any time, and create a slower retracement, okay, something like that, like this, I think that in that case we might see drop. So what do I mean by slower retracement? Let me show you a couple of examples like that so that you understand. Yep, you see when there is an overextended market, show you an example so you know what I mean, like this one, you see that. So when you see an overextended market, strong rejection, we need like this kind of pattern, slow retracement, okay, and then we could see a drop like this one. You see a strong rejection and then slow retracement. So in that case we need in euro dollar, okay, to short we need first a strong rejection and slow retracement, then I will be selling euro dollar. Otherwise, if we see that like a bullish pattern is being created, then we will be buying. For now, just observation is the most important part on euro dollar. Okay, guys and girls, so let's look at now what's happening in the chat. Good morning. Salam to all from Malaysia, salam to all from Sydney. Thank you very much. Yen, please, coach, yeah, we'll look at it. Muhammad, hi. Look, euro dollar ban, yeah, of course, please. Gbpusd ban, euro dollar ban is falling. Yeah, thanks a lot, you are mean a lot to us traders. No problem, thank you. Thank you very much. Usdjpy, will look at it. Good afternoon, coach. Uncle Harry from South Africa, thank you very much. Yen, Hobart, Usdjpy, awesome. So let's look at now gold, what's happening. All right, now the thing is that, see, if you see that, you know that euro dollar, British pound, US dollar, gold are correlated, okay. So this current candle, you see that this one, if this one cannot break this high, all right, on gold, very important that you understand it. If this one cannot break this high, I think that gold might continue to drop again. It could be a fake move. On the other hand, if we see, okay, couple of dodges like that, bullish pattern, then we can go long. So that's why we need to see how this current price action, its candle closing is 2 hour 19 minutes. Today is weekend. What I will do, you see this current candle is still below the previous candle's low, okay. If this one closes like this as a doji, I'll sell gold tonight for a short-term shorting opportunity. If this one cannot break this high, yeah, because it's a long-term downtrend, if it still creates a lower high, then probably from, let's say, from this zone, okay, we could potentially see euro dollar is coming down, okay. So with that in mind, what I will do, that euro dollar, I'll be waiting for a potential pardon me, gold, I will be waiting for to see how this candle is going to close. It's very important, guys and girls. So let's see what I think, that as you know that the market is all, in most of the time you'll see there is a fake move on the market than the real move. So on the weekly perspective, the price on the previous weekly, testing the previous weekly low here. On the daily, it is on the daily moving average. Also the previous support testing as resistance. On the 4-hour perspective, we see a narrow doji is still there. So yeah, we need to see how this price action is closing. It's completely unpredictable now to see either going up or down, because long-term trend is down and the price is now in a crucial level. So in what situation we can go long is if we see, let's say this one is closing as a doji, something like that, and then double doji being created, or if we see the price came down here to this resistance, okay, to this resistance and getting rejected to the upside, then we can say that okay, gold is rejecting this resistance here, like that. Gold is rejecting from this resistance, we can consider going long on gold, otherwise it's still short. Okay, we'll see what happened. It's still too early to say which way go, but in the progression of this session, we'll discuss definitely which way it might be going, guys and girls. So let's look at now Kakulan. Hi Kakulan, thank you very much. Howard, Eurusdjpy, will EU still sell? We'll look at it. Bitcoin, it took its snipper. Yeah. Will BTC continue buying? We'll look at it. Good afternoon from so let's look at dollar yen. Okay, so let's look at dollar yen now, what it is doing. We'll look at now then. Okay, so let's see Euro AUD, what it is doing. Okay, so let's look at dollar yen and then we'll jump on to other pairs. Okay, dollar yen, first of all, monthly, it's a crazy bullish. You can see the dollar yen price on the monthly perspective. We see that this price is crazily bullish. Weekly, we see that there is this is the weekly candle that is going to close later today. Okay, now what I think that we might see, dollar yen probably will close somewhere here as a doji on the weekly, and then we could see another push up on dollar yen. Okay, so with that in mind, daily, this is the daily candle. Let's see on the 4-hour what I think. Okay guys, that dollar yen probably from here, okay, from here we could see a drop like that from this resistance, and then we could see something like bullish move, something like this from this zone. So with that in mind, still dollar yen not ready for buy, but for me, I think after this weekly candle will close lower than this, somewhere here. Okay, as you can see, dollar yen yesterday in the live stream, this is what I mentioned, okay, that the price is likely to continue to drop here. Okay, on dollar yen, and the price did exactly from here. We saw a big drop happen. Okay, now what I think, this one, I don't think that this one is a starting of this move to the upside again. I think it might come down further, probably will test this previous resistance here as a support, and then we could see a really good move. So for me, I need to see, anyway, I need to see a clear rejection from the bottom for a potential short bullish opportunity on dollar yen. Okay, so let me look at, good evening sir, Gbpusd, please look at it. US30 please. Euro JPY, where are you from? Okay, I'm from Sydney, Australia. Coach, I think USD come weaker. USD came a little bit of weaker, but now we see at the end of the day it's getting a bit stronger again. Okay, so yeah, so let me look at now some other pairs. Okay, so let's look at AUD. So Euro AUD, we have opened a position shorting. What I think that if you look at monthly perspective, we saw there is a okay, we'll look at it later because it's still not ready. We'll see what might happen. So Aussie dollar, let's look at Aussie dollar now. We see that these dollar pairs were overextended to the upside. Okay, Aussie dollar, the thing is that this is the weekly chart. Okay, and what I think, this is the daily chart. I think that because weekly we saw there is a head and shoulder on the Aussie dollar. Okay, so this is head and shoulder. You see there is a clear head and shoulder on Aussie dollar, guys. Has a strong breakdown this week. After dropping, we saw significant retracement to the upside. Okay, so with that retracement, what we see that Aussie dollar basically tested the neckline. Okay, this is the neckline. We have seen a penetration to the upside. What I think that if this weekly candle closes below this level, the weekly neckline, next week we could see another drop on Aussie dollar. Okay, the reason is, if you look at the daily, the price already tested this 20 period moving average on the daily, and the price is in the same zone. This is the head and shoulder on the daily time frame on Aussie dollar. You can see there is a big head and shoulder on the daily, has broken to the downside, tested this support here with this long daily candle as resistance. So it depends on basically how this rejection is happening. Looks like to me it's a fake move. Okay, if that's the case, what we need is a slow retracement, as I told you, like in euro dollar. In the same way, I need a slow retracement for shorting Aussie dollar. I think if this is the fake move, that could be an awesome trade, but we might find this trade not today, probably in the next week. Okay, today is weekend, so we need to, like, it's almost at the end of the weekend, so we need to be a little bit of now observant rather than trading. And once we will find, we will enter. So if I find any short-term trade, okay, then we will be entering the trade definitely. But for me, we need to see what's happening. Like Aussie dollar, you see there is a, it's dropping first. So to understand it is a fake move, the thing, we need a very strong rejection. Like this one is so far is strong. You see that immediately coming down. Okay, what we need to see, a very strong bearish engulfer like that. All right, and then we need to see a slower retracement, and then we can consider shorting Aussie dollar, guys and girls. Let me look at what's happening. Could you please analyze Bitcoin? We'll look at it. And it's Bitcoin, sir. Gbpusd, Euro JPY, Gbpusd, please. Hi, coach from India, Tamil Nadu. Love. Have a great day. Thank you very much, Arun. Euro JPY, Euro JPY. Okay, so let's look at now Bitcoin, and then we'll look at Euro JPY, guys and girls. So Bitcoin. Okay, so Bitcoin, guys, I don't think Bitcoin is a big buy, but let me tell you what might happen. If you look at the monthly, right, we see a rejection right from the bottom. So now overall, this is a bearish market. You can see on Bitcoin. Okay, this is a very strong drop followed by this slower retracement, followed by this another red candle. Now what I think that Bitcoin will do is we might see some upward movement, but I don't think, because it's a long-term bearish market, what I think that it might go probably to this level and then could see another rejection. So let's see on the weekly what might happen. Okay, weekly, this is the weekly candle that is going to close after the weekend. What I think that to me, there is this rejection. You can see that there is from the bottom there is strong move to the upside on the weekly perspective. So there is, you see there is a bearish engulfer on the weekly on Bitcoin. If you look at the daily, this is the candle is being formed on the daily. So what I think that Bitcoin likely to do is, there is a level here on the daily here as well. Okay, all right, so I think it might continue to drop again after testing, because the price already has broken out of this 20 period moving average a lot, and the way this bull move happen is against the trend. So what I think it might, it's to me it's creating a new channel to the downside Bitcoin. Okay, something like that. Okay, probably something like that. Okay, if we see even a bigger move, I don't think it will cross this level. Okay. So to me, Bitcoin is going up for giving us a selling opportunity rather than buying. I will not be buying now. I will be waiting to see what it is doing. Okay, if you wanna buy, it's a different. You see there is a very strong rejection here, a bearish engulfer long candle here. Okay, so that could be a zone where we could find potential selling opportunity, but as it is going up, the only thing I will be doing is just observing. Okay, because can't sell blindly, and I will not be buying because it's a long-term bearish market. Okay, so let the market to be overextended and then wait for possible price action for shorting, and that's only the way I can say that to trade Bitcoin. Okay, sir, Gbpusd I missed your session yesterday. No problems, thank you. It's okay, no problems. You always we sometimes miss everything. So let's look at Eurojpy. I see quite a few requests on Eurojpy. Okay, so Eurojpy. Let's see what's happening on this one here. Okay, so if we look at monthly on Eurojpy, this is a long-term bull market. All right, this is a long-term bull market. Monthly candle is looking like a bullish. So Eurojpy, if you look at the overall picture, you can see starting from here, a big bullish candle formed on the monthly, followed by quite a few strong bullish price action on the monthly, followed by this retracement. Now we see it is in another impulsive phase. Okay, so you see that there's an impulse correction, it is in another impulsive phase. Okay, so if you look at the market structure, which is a typical trending market structure. See that there is an impulse correction, now it is in another impulsive phase. So if you look at this market structure, which is a typical uptrending market structure, you can see that. So with that in mind, what we can expect for Eurojpy to do is, this is the monthly candle which already crossed the monthly high, so we could see a little bit of drop, but I think that this price will continue to go up. If you look at weekly, on the weekly perspective, we have seen the price already reached this resistance. So in the new trading week, we might see deeper retracement, but finally it's a bullish market. Now looking at the daily, so what happened on the daily, you see that there is a rejection coming, right? What I think in the new trading week, initially we could see further drop on Eurojpy, okay, and after proper retracement we can say that Eurojpy will go up. But for now, let's look at 4-hour time frame. So this one on the intraday time frame, it's now creating a bearish price action, okay, Eurojpy. The reason is, as I told you, see that's why you need to look at the multi time frame. This is the nearest swing high, okay. So what I think that Eurojpy, so this with the daily perspective, on the daily perspective, this is the previous swing high here, okay, on this trending market, and the price is at the top. So I think that Eurojpy with that rejection will come down, probably even it could test this 20 period moving average on the daily and then could rise up. So with that in mind, on the lower time frame, though it is a long term bullish, we could see drop on Eurojpy. There is a reversal pattern here, you can see that. So this reversal pattern is important, okay. When I see this kind of reversal pattern, it's a sell. Why? Because you see there is a big move followed by this kind of pattern, and there is a leg. So this leg is basically manipulation, is the liquidity grab. The reason they create this leg is because when you see an instrument moving in a trend, to change the trend, it needs liquidity to create a flow against the trend. What I think that Eurojpy, after closing of this candle with retracement or without retracement, early next week we could see drop, and I think from this level, this previous resistance will be testing as support, and then we could potentially see that Eurojpy is creating a bullish move from here. So with that in mind, for now, it's a sell opportunity on Eurojpy after price action confirmation, like Euro AUD. So Euro AUD, in the same way, we have sold Euro AUD. We are running a trade, and which is almost there. We opened it. Like the Eurojpy, Euro AUD created a reversal pattern. You see that this is a reversal pattern move created. So this is what I normally tell, like Aussie dollar, what I try to tell you, that it's like this. It's like this, a move and then a slow retracement, it's a sell, okay. This is a very, very common reversal pattern. You see the rejection, slow retracement, sell. So similarly, like Euro AUD, you see that there is a rejection, slow retracement, sell, okay. This is a very, very nice looking reversal pattern that I use in my trading. And at the same time, you can see that Euro AUD, if you look at this level here, it's broken. That's why the reason the trade is open is because of this. You see that there is a previous resistance here. With the drop, we have seen the price close below this resistance, and now we see primarily retest. We see a little bit of rejection. If you look at the lower time frame, on the hourly, we have seen a candle that looks like bullish, but if you look at like overall picture, what I think that could potentially see rejection. Let's see what happened. The way the daily candle formed is, I think that the price at least should come to this 20 period moving average next week. Okay, so that can give us some profit, and then we might close if we see that the price still creating a bullish. But long term Euro AUD is, if you look at the monthly, this is overall a bearish market. So you might see some up and down in this zone, but long term picture, even on the weekly, you see their price tested this 20 period moving average, and we can expect on the daily there is a rejection from the top. So what I think, we could see something like that. Even we could see drop here, and then we could see again another move. So that's how the normal market moves. So because the price is overextended to the upside, my view is that it will come down again, probably will test this neckline, this previous resistance here, might test as support, and then we could see that Euro AUD is, that might go up. So same way with Usdjpy, but to me is Euro AUD a stronger bearish than Usdjpy, because JPY is a little bit of weaker currency. Okay, all right, so let's look at on the chat. Gbp AUD said EurogBP, thanks, no problem, thank you very much. So sir, please analyze Gbpusd, US30, you'll look at all of them. There are two. Gbpusd, please sir, how are you? I'm good, very good, thank you very much for asking. How long do GBP grab liquidity typically sustains a move? So it depends on what kind of time frame you are looking. Okay, so if you're looking on a higher time frame, yeah, you can find a good trade. On the lower time frame, depends on what time frame you're looking. Ziad says CAD CHF, yeah, look at it. Let's leave that next week. Yeah, no problem. So we'll look at it. Paul asks, sir, I will join lifetime today. Yeah, Paul, thank you very much. You are welcome always. Guys, if you want to learn my strategies and also trade with me in Forex Trading Wizard Academy, you can find a link in the description area, Paul. If you want to join today, you can find a link in the description area, or I have pinned a website link at the top. You can check it out to see. So let's look at now what's happening with some of the pairs, British Pound US Dollar. Okay, all right, so let's look at to see what's happening with British Pound US Dollar. Okay, starting with, as usual, monthly. Okay, British Pound US Dollar, we have seen a bounce from the monthly support. Now this is what I mentioned in yesterday's analysis as well, that GBP USD has a bounce. Let's draw this level of support here on the monthly. Okay, so this is the monthly support. You see, this is the time when there was a pandemic. The price basically bounced from this support zone on British Pound US Dollar. Now we see primarily a rejection from this support. I think that slowly we might see some upward move on GBP USD, because this support is crucially important. Okay, and with that bounce, I think, so bounce normally doesn't happen like that. How the bounce happen is like something like, let's say we'll have a bounce, we'll come back again, we'll have another bounce, we'll come back, like that the market moves, and finally it might hit this here, here, or here, and then we could see coming down. So with that in mind, we have seen primarily bounce, means we could see potentially push up weekly. Now on the weekly perspective, we have seen a gap opening and this candle, right? Now this one, in one sense, it's a bearish candle, the other sense is a bullish candle. Okay, so it's a really crucial point that we need to think what might happen. The reason is, on weekly perspective, okay, there was a gap opening and there's a bounce from here. So if you look at the daily, we see that the price basically has created this on the daily perspective. From this support, there is a spike to the upside. Now we see a significant retracement to the downside on GBP USD. Okay, so then what is likely to happen is that, what I think, that Gbpusd, you see the price was creating series of higher low from this bounce. So let's look at on the intraday. Now this is the crucial part here. As you can see on Aussie dollar, Euro dollar, we saw that there was a rejection from the top. Okay, now long-term trend is bearish, so it is really, as I told you, that it's tough to tell you that this price will rise up from here. Okay, we might see some sideways movement. So on the 4-hour perspective, now to trade GBP USD, okay, I really need to see this price action is creating a slow retracement. Okay, slow retracement, and then we can say that, okay, sell GBP USD, right? Because long-term trend is down. So yeah, we'll consider based on the price action. Okay, so today's weekend, this price is not that much suitable for buying or selling. We need to see how the price action is forming, so we need to be patient a little bit on this one. Let's see what happened. Okay, so things like how long do grab liquidity typically sustains in a move. So it depends on it depends on what time frame you are looking at. Based on the time frame, then the move sustains. So if you're looking at the monthly liquidity gap, let's say for example GBP CAD, if you look at the monthly on GBP CAD, okay, so you see that there is a liquidity gap on the monthly, the previous months, and after that we have seen a strong move, right? Now because it's a monthly liquidity gap, if you draw a level on that zone, now you go to the 4-hour time frame, you see that this is the zone that we have grabbed liquidity on the monthly. Now how many trades you can find in this move? Okay, so it depends really on what time frame you are looking at. Based on the time frame, you can say that, okay, it might sustain like that or like that. So yeah guys, so let's look at gold. Yeah, so as I told you that, like euro dollar or any other pairs, if we see rejection on euro dollar or Gbpusd to the downside, a strong rejection, that same thing will happen with the gold as well. Okay, so let's see what happened. Now this is testing gold, this previous resistance. So this is the dynamic resistance previous. Okay, so this resistance on gold, what we see, the price is basically testing this resistance. Now this candle, current one, will play a really crucial role on this move. The reason is, if we see that significant rejection from the bottom, then we can say that, okay, let's buy gold. For now it is still sell, but as I told you, we need to see what's happening. Okay, and at the same time there is a news coming up today. Let's look at Forex Factory. Could see some news on CAD pairs. Okay, so if you look at calendar, we see that CAD news coming 10:30 p.m. Sydney, which is 20 minutes from now. And with that news announcement, okay, we could see some trade on CAD pairs. So CAD CHF pairs, that as I told you, we are running a trade on this one, and I strongly believe that this instrument will drop as there is a liquidity gap. And long term, if we look at the monthly, this is a monthly bearish price action. There is a, on the monthly perspective, we have seen the price cross this monthly doji, okay, to the upside, and then this monthly doji, the price came down. What I think that, at least because this one also a reversal, you see there is a big move happen and then rejection every month. Now from that perspective, we see that the price cross this doji, and rejection means that we could even see a bearish candle, bearish engulfer here. Okay, so higher time frame perspective, and if you look at the weekly, we are seeing basically in this downtrend, is the weekly, you can see that there is a downtrend, strong rejection, retracement, drop, again retracement. Now this current weekly candle, which is not closed yet, looks like that we might see a bearish engulfer. You see that bearish engulfer, we could see that cross the high, cross the low. Okay, it's still not closed, but looks like that. So if we look at daily, on the daily as well, we have seen there is a double top formation breakdown. Now on the daily time frame, this is a very, very important level of, this is the support, it's acting as resistance in this move. Now if we look at intraday, okay, we see that the price currently grab liquidity here, broke down. Now the price is testing this previous support here. See that this is exactly the previous support, even with this fake move here. Okay, this is the support, now testing as a resistance, and what I'm expecting that the price to reject from here. And I think that even if it is not this week, I strongly believe that this price will drop, because CHF is very, very strong, and CAD is getting comparatively weaker as the oil is getting oil is dropping in the long term. So even if CAD gets stronger, CHF is extremely stronger. Okay, so with that in mind, we still have an edge for shorting. Now Euro AUD, I think that the same thing applicable. I think this instrument will drop even in the new trading week. So look at it, what happened. So now let's see Euro GBP. Okay, Euro GBP, what we see that, let me look at the bigger picture. So all euro to me might come down a little bit next week. Okay, this is the monthly candle on Euro GBP. You can see that the price is facing this resistance on the monthly on Euro GBP. This is the resistance here. Okay, resistance here, and the price is facing that resistance, and I think we might see deeper drop on this one. Now if you look at weekly, there is a bullish engulfer followed by this doji. Now that's only the thing, that if weekly closes here, if weekly close here, we could see deeper retracement, even if it wants to break this resistance. You see there is a resistance coming up. So if this one closes somewhere here, if Euro GBP needs to break this resistance, it needs come down to break this low. We will test this one, and then we could see an uprise. Now on the daily perspective, yeah, on the daily as well, you see this is the daily candle that still couldn't break this daily's high. Okay, so what I think that the price probably will come down further on the daily in the new trading week, and then we could see bullish moves. So for me it's a, on the daily it's an uptrend. Okay, but it's weekend. As I told you, I always consider the fourth dimension in the trading. The time frame is very, very important, that when this price section is forming, it's on the weekend or it's on Monday morning in Sydney. What time frame it is forming is very, very crucial to understand the movement of an instrument, that when it is forming. So from the time frame perspective, I think that we could see some drop on euro, and then later maybe we could see again rise. Thanks for your time, please. Yeah, no problem. So GBP CHF is good to buy now. Okay, let me look at GBP CHF to see if it is good to buy or sell. I don't think so. This is the daily. Let me look at monthly. Okay, so it has broken the monthly level of support. Weekly, daily, 4 hour. Okay. For me, GBP CHF, you see the past session, there was a bearish angle. For this session, we have seen a drop. I don't think it's a buy. It could be because this is the monthly support, but I normally don't trade like that. Okay, I don't trade this kind of without any pattern. I can't tell you that it's a buy. It could be buy, or it could even open with a gap and continue open with a gap and could continue to drop. So it's completely unpredictable to tell, because the long-term trend is down and my bias will be to the sell side rather than the buy side. Okay guys, so for me, yeah, I would say that we need to wait to see how the price action is forming. It's if you look at the monthly, it's support overextended to the downside. Weekly, very strong drop. Daily, broken out of this level. So it's nowhere, neither buy nor sell. Okay, let's see what happened. Similarly, GBP CAD, same way. Okay, we see that on the monthly, after the liquidity gap drop, GBP CAD might drop a bit more than GBP CHF. On the weekly, the previous week's drop, we have seen this is the weekly candle, and we can see that there is a potential drop on GBP CAD on the daily. Okay, dodgy followed by a big bearish candle. Today there was a retracement. Now on the 4 hour perspective, we have seen a nice drop on GBP CAD. Okay, so it's a very strong drop, and I think that could see a drop on this one as well. So GBP against CAD and CHF, to me it's bearish rather than bullish. You see that it's a nice looking trending market, series of lower high. Okay, and we have seen a strong drop on this one. So let's look at GJ. Okay, right, so GJ, you can remember that this is what exactly I mentioned yesterday when this candle was forming. Remember, let me tell you that probably GJ might, you know, go up and then come down slowly, will come down to create this pattern. Now we see that GJ did exactly right. It's where it is. Now what is likely to happen? Let me tell you my thought. Could be wrong, as I told you that no one can tell you anything with 100% accuracy. Everything is probability. Now if we look at the monthly, first of all, we have seen a very strong move on the monthly, meaning that GJ is basically preparing for a big bullish move. Now to understand it, let me tell you what the overall picture. GJ needs a full analysis. You can see that there is a big move happen on the monthly. It's a big bullish move followed by this. So there is a consolidation and retracement on GJ. Big bullish move, retracement and consolidation, followed by, you see that there is another bullish candle. This is a very strong bullish candle. You can set cross the low, cross the high, full body green. It's a middleman, and after that middleman, what we have seen, a strong bullish every month. So the previous, if this is an overall picture, but if you look at the recent picture, what we have seen, there is a bearish candle followed by this doji. okay, on the monthly. So after this doji, we have seen a very strong bullish move happen started. It's still quite a few weeks to go on the monthly, okay, but we see that strong bullish move happen. If you look at the weekly, okay, so that's the candle that is a really strongly bullish. What I think that GJ might do, you see, after this kind of candle, there are two possible scenarios. One, in the new trading week, probably will open with a gap down and creating another candle immediately without any wick at the bottom. Okay, high probability it's happen. Open with a gap down and then going up. Yeah, that's a very high probabilities possibility that open with a gap and then going down. Probably could see a gap on MetaTrader 4. Another possibility is to test this neckline of this weekly doji before going up. So that one, if we look at the daily, see something like that, right? So it needs a big move down. But if at the same time, if we like create this trend, like draw this trend, we see that the price basically, there was a resistance. You can see resistance on the daily, resistance. Now we need to see this price to test as a support and then to go up. So if we look at 4-hour perspective, okay, so this is the crucial part. You can see that there is a bullish engulfer. Okay, I think you see the price almost is there, right? What I think that the price might in the new trading week probably will break this low a little bit, and then we could see a rise. Even as I told you, we could see a gap opening in the new trading week, probably will break this low, and then we'll see a bullish move. So for the new trading week, I would say that we could find a really nice looking bullish setup on GJ. I'll not be seller in such a strong bullish market, guys and girls. So we'll look at it, how it might do. In the meantime, we'll see what happened. Let me look at the chat. So Gbpusd will discuss. Hello sir, euro dollar, can you check forex sentiments? It's turning from buy to sell, maybe trend reversal. Yeah, that's what I will be discussing. We'll go back to euro dollar again, guys and girls. Hello sir, euro USD, can you check for, okay, I will look at it. USD CAD, sir, no problems. Please coach euro dollar analysis, no problems. Thanks for sharing all your knowledge, no problems. Sir, can I buy gold now? I can't tell you to buy gold, but let's see. We'll look at all of them to see what's happening. Okay, so let's look at euro dollar again. Okay, so euro dollar, we have seen a very strong rejection from the top. Okay, as I told you, this is weekend, and we can't, when you see this kind of rejection for selling, as I told you, for selling I need slow retracement. Now to happen this retracement, this is weekend, we have only probably 1 or 2 sessions remaining, and it's not enough time for me to go buy or sell. So euro dollar, preparing for next week for possible shorting or longing. Okay, for me now, I have nothing to trade on euro dollar. Okay, so the trade that we will see, if we see that, let's say this is a weekless candle and creating a slow bullish pattern, we could buy euro dollar. Or if we see slow retracement and decelerating, then we could sell. So we need to see what kind of price action is forming in the new trading week. In the daily perspective, this is really a little bit of weird price action. Okay, so this kind of price action is difficult to trade until you can see a clear price action. So that's why we have to be a little bit of cautious on what kind of price action it is creating. Either says please check euro USD analysis. I will look at it. Euro USD and Gbpusd seems to be dropping. Yeah, but dropping, but as I told you that we need, after this drop, we need to see slow retracement, then we can consider selling Euro USD. Hello sir, can you please check Eurojpy? Yeah. What about USD? Okay, we'll look at it. So we discussed already Eurojpy. Let me look at again. Okay, Eurojpy. So to me, I think that Eurojpy, this is candle is closing. What I think that if you look at the weekly, I think we might see some downward move. This is the weekly candle which is going to close as a retracement, not as a trend change, because Eurojpy long term bullish. Okay, JP is weaker. So what I think that it might do in the new trading week, probably will come further down as a retracement and then will go up. So on the intraday perspective, to me it's a bearish so far. I think that it might, bearish means short term, not long term. There are two things you need to keep in mind, short term and long term. For me, I think that it might come down deeper for a deeper retracement, and then we could see that it's going up. So short term perspective it's bearish, long term bullish. Yep. So Gbpusd AUD. Okay, NZD CAD, very strong rejection from NZD CAD perspective. So if we look at monthly, there is a strong rejection on the monthly. It's a long-term bearish. So weekly, after this week, okay, lower high, head and shoulder drop. Daily, we have seen liquidity grab and drop. 4-hour perspective. Okay, so NZD CAD, I think that could be a very strongly bearish. Okay, on NZD CAD, see that there is a very strong rejection from the top on NZD CAD. This is a liquidity grab, clear liquidity grab. And what I think that in the new trading week will do, it will might go up a little bit, probably will create a retracement, test this support here as a resistance, and will create this trend and then will drop. Okay, so NZD CAD is preparing for a drop for the next week. It's coming up for a shorting opportunity in the next week. This weekly candle is highly bearish. We have probably it's preparing for a bigger drop. Okay, so head and shoulder like that drop. Okay, so I think that this instrument preparing for a really good move to the downside, NZD CAD. Okay, daily as well, we could see daily close like that. Okay, and then in the new trading week we might see probably the price is going up again to this level, and on the 4-hour we could see something like that. Could see now price testing this zone and then drop. So early next week I will be waiting for an NZD CAD entry. Okay, so that's what I will be waiting for NZD CAD for a shorting opportunity. Okay, to me we could see a bigger move on NZD CAD in this direction. Okay guys, so gold, let's look at gold on 4-hour perspective now. Okay, like all other USD pairs, so gold is also rejecting, and that's what I was talking about, that if we see a very strong rejection down like that, slow retracement will sell. Okay, depending on what kind of price action it is creating. Okay, so depending on how it is creating, then we'll make our decision what we could do. Okay, so let's go back to CAD CHF. Okay, CAD CHF, we have seen a strong rejection, very good, probably due to the news. So CAD news released. Okay, we see, okay, we have seen a very okay, let's see what's happening on the news data. Okay, so what happened is forecast is minus 15, forecast is 15k and actual is minus 39.7k. Unemployment change ridiculously different. Unemployment rate also high. So that is a negative, highly negative news. Okay, because you can see that plus 15k is forecast, minus 39.7k. It's really a disaster for CAD. So let's see. Okay, so we see that this is the trade that we are running. As I told you, I think that CAD might get weaker because of this. Let's see what happened. Okay, and look at the hourly chart. Okay, so we have seen a rejection on the hourly candle. If we look at the weekly, there is weekly bearish engulfer. Okay. Monthly, .4 hour. So what I'm expecting this one is, see that there is a rejection, and because there is a liquidity grab, I think that we could see further drop on this one. Okay, so in that case we might see some upward move on Euro CAD as well. Okay, so as I told you on gold, I'm coming back again to the gold. So gold is now testing this previous resistance, support here, resistance here, resistance here, resistance here. Now testing as resistance. Now, as I told you, testing means like when you do a test, either you fail or pass. Okay, so if we see that test fail, this resistance, resistance, resistance fail as a testing as support, we could say that okay, maybe it's a fake move. Okay, so when you see a fake move, test fail means preparing for a drop. So that's how we make decision. We don't guess. What we do is wait for test. If we see rejection from the bottom, that means that buy. If we see test fail, we'll wait for a slow retracement, then we'll sell. Okay. So that's how everything happens in this market. Okay, so now we see that CAD news. So let's look at all the CAD pairs. What's happening? Aussie CAD. We see Aussie is a bit stronger, but we see rejection. Okay, let's keep all the CAD pairs to see actually what's happening with the CAD, and then we'll see. Let's look at USD CAD and Gbp CAD. What else? CAD pair, NZD CAD. Okay, so now let's make it a short list to see. Let's remove this and then later we'll look at it. Okay, so first USD CAD. Okay, so we see, all right, that's awesome. We see a bullish engulfer on USD CAD, guys. Okay, now USD CAD is in a level of support. This is a support level. Okay, let me look at full analysis. We might find a trade on USD CAD, but this is a long-term bullish market. Monthly from this zone, the price came here. Weekly, the price came to the weekly important level. This is a very, very important level because you see there is a middleman on the weekly and the price created a higher low on USD CAD on the monthly. So let's draw this level here, this support. Now if we look at daily, we see from this zone we have seen a long rejection. Let me look at 4 hour. Okay, so this bullish engulfer is being formed in this level of support. Okay, so now what I think that now USD CAD is preparing for an up price. Okay, it's preparing. Let this bullish engulfer close, because this is weekend. What we could see that USD CAD, you see this candle crossed the previous one's low, and now it already crossed the high. Okay, so on the closing of this candle, we could see a little bit of retracement, and then let's assume that at least we can expect it to go up here, okay, to the resistance. So USD CAD, let the candle close. We might find a good trade on USD CAD. Forget about the AUD CAD, because AUD is stronger. CAD CHF. So CAD CHF, as I told you, we open a trade which is now coming in profit. Okay. So as I told you, this is our news and price section trading strategy trade. So when I send this trade, also I explained to our students that how this trade might play out. So this is what exactly happening on CAD CHF. As I told them that the price will go up to test this one, but I didn't enter by pending order, is because I was pretty confident about this trade. Now the thing is that I could send a pending order. In that case, we might miss the trade. That's why I just want to secure some profit. So that's good that it's coming down, because this is a continuation pattern. A bearish engulfer followed by a doji is a continuation pattern, and I'm expecting this one to get a profit tonight. So let's look at now CAD JPY. Okay, because CAD is getting now CAD JPY might go in a sideways, because CAD is getting weaker, JPY is weaker, we might see in a sideways. So let's remove CAD JPY. Now let's look at GBP CAD. Now GBP CAD is long-term bearish, but CAD is getting weaker, so we might see sideways. Let's remove GBP CAD. Let's look at NZD CAD, same kit. Let's remove NZD CAD. Now the pair that we have on CAD CHF and USD CAD. Now CAD CHF, as I told you, we are running a trade in profit. CAD CHF also, to me, it's a bearish price action. So the hot pair for me is USD CAD. So we are at USD CAD. Now let me look at, okay, so this is a long-term bull market. You can see it's a trend is up. Okay guys, this is the trend line. All right, nice looking trend line here. The price now has broken out of this zone. So long-term bull market. So okay, today we will trade USD CAD. Okay, as you know that I sent all the trade. Let me keep the CAD CHF on the watch list as well, because we are running that trade. Okay, so we are running in our VIP channel CAD CHF trade and Euro AUD trade. So for USD CAD, what I'll be doing is I might open this trade for everyone in this free channel, just to help you. But keep in mind that anything can happen. This is only for educational purpose. Okay, anyone taking any big risk based on what I say, it's up to you, because it's not any kind of financial or investment advice. It's only for educational purpose, just to help you in your trading, to learn the trading. Now this trade that I will be opening now, we might need to run the trade until the weekend opening. Okay, because it's a swing trade, so we might not get a profit target hit tonight. So when the trade will run over the weekend, if you take a big risk, that will be a problem, because there will be a widening of the spread on the new trading week. So what you need to do, if somehow you see that the price is very near to stop loss, you need to move the stop loss before we can close, because in the first session of the Asian session on Monday there could be widening in spread. So on the closing of this candle, I will give you a pending order for this trade and I will send it to our VIP students, and yeah, that one I'll do. And if the trade goes wrong, make sure you manage the risk, not more than 1%. Let first the candle close, then I will know either I can take the trade, or if I see that again rejection down, we might not open this trade. To open this trade, okay, now this trade I'm opening is based on our price action and news trading strategy that I teach our VIP students. Okay, now I cannot disclose the strategy, only the VIP students who are lifetime members, they know this strategy. Now I'll be opening this strategy, this trade. If we see that this trade is hitting, if you make some profit, yeah, that's good. And then you'll know that this news trading and price action strategy that I talk every day is at work. Okay, if I'm loser, a loser, but it's a high probability strategy. So let's see what happened. Now do not create excess potential by giving too much importance on the trade, thinking that okay, Forex Wizard is always right, so let's take a big lot size and then blowing out account. Don't do that. So just let's see for next 17-15 minutes, watch this trade on USD CAD and then we'll open the trade. So let me give you a primary idea where we can place the pending order. On the hourly perspective, we see amendment, there is a doji here, so we could see on the hourly probably in inverted head and shoulder. So that in that case, that could be a zone for pending order. Okay, now on the 4 hour, look like that. Okay, let's push it up a little bit so that we have trigger. You remember last time we had a USD CAD trade like that, but didn't hit the trigger. So this time we'll keep it very careful, but don't open any position now until candle close. I will not be allowing this signal, validating this signal. So let's leave it like that. So I will tell you the lot size, everything, so that if anyone trading with, okay, so let's keep it as, okay, so let's get the profit earlier. So I will open it as a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio trade, because you see that there's a long wick here. It is not impossible to see that this trade, this price coming here, test this one as a resistance, and then we could see a rejection. So to secure the profit early enough, so this will be the trade on USD CAD that I'll be sending to our students, and after closing, just a couple of minutes before closing of this candle, we might adjust the entry. So don't open any trade now, we are just preparing. Now let's say if this one will use pending order, probably like 4 or 5 pips, but better to use pending order rather than a market order to secure a couple of pips. So how many pips stop loss on this trade is around 45 pip stop loss. Okay, around 45 pip stop loss. So to create a lot size, if you don't have a lot size calculator in MetaTrader 4, though we are integrating lot size calculator in our Forex Trading Wizard Academy. So anyone in our subscription will be able to download it for free. So now Forex, if you don't have that, then you can go to this myfxbook.com. This is a website, free website, where you can find lot size calculator. So position size calculator. So you will select the USD CAD. Oops. So this is USD CAD. Okay, and your account currency is up to you. Let's say your account size 1000, I don't know, assume that 1000, change your account size whatever it is. Risk 1%, stop loss pip 40 pip, 45 pip. Now if we calculate 0.03 lot, so let's say not 0.03 lot, let's say if your account size is 1000, then 0.03 lot. Change this account size so that the rest will be same. If you change this account size, if it is 5000, then your lot will be 0.14 lot. If you are using let's say a $500,000 account, though I don't think any one of you have that big. If you have that big, 14 lot, never think of it. If your account size is, let's say, 500, then your lot will be 0.01 lot size. So USD CAD, now we will be using pending order around 1.3026 buy limit. Not now, after I will tell you when you will execute. Stop loss at 1.29814 and take profit will be at 1.30743. If we could keep a bigger target. Now if you manage your risk, I give you two target, okay? One target at this one, 1 to 1, the other target at here. So the same thing. So the next target will be at 1 to 3. Okay. So it depends on how you manage your trade. If you can hold the trade for whole length, you are welcome. If you don't want to hold the trade, you can close at 1 to 1, or you can partially close, move your stop loss here, whatever way you manage your trade. So this is the two possible target. So 1 to 1 or 1 to 3 based on your per individual preference. Okay, so yeah, let's the candle close with at least 10 minutes, just 2 minutes before the candle close. We will be opening the trade, including me, and I will be sending to the same trade signal because we are running already one trade on CAD CHF which is running in profit. We'll add another one because it's a high probability trade. So let's open that one too. So I prepare to send it to our Gbpusd students by limit at 1.30264. We might change the buy limit before the candle close. First, let's see where the candle is closing. Last time you remember that we missed an entry. It was an awesome winning trade, but this time we don't want to do that. So let's do it in that way. So sell at 1.29811 and TP okay. So this is 45. So the strategy that we are using is our news and price action trading strategy. Okay, and if you want to learn that strategy, it's a gold mine strategy. You can see that you can find a link in the description area. To learn that strategy, keep in mind you need to join lifetime access plan, which is nothing in comparison with the value it brings. You can see on the real chart. And if you want to learn that strategy, you will be you can catch this kind of trade. So to do that, you need to join the lifetime access if you want to learn. So with that in mind, guys and girls, so let me, now it's 9 minutes remaining to this candle close. Now if we enter by pending order, still we have 5 pip low. We might see a little bit of down here. Okay, so as I told you, you can keep your profit target 3 times, or you can keep 1 times, or you can manage it. I gave you 2 target. Let me I gave you 2 target depending on how you wanna manage the trade. It's up to you. So okay, let's do one thing. Okay, let's now 9 minutes remaining. I don't think that this candle will drop further, even it might go up. So let's enter by market, which will give us 5 pip 6 pip difference, but let's increase our profit target a little bit. That's how I do, because I don't want to miss this trade. So let's do it by entry and in push our profit target to here. Okay, profit target at 1.3086. so enter by market. Okay, now I'll be opening that through. So this trade is active now. Let me open my one. Okay, so I'm entering this trade by market, and for me I will hold this trade up to here. Okay, and for you I gave you two target, one is here, one is here. It's up to you how you wanna this. So this USD CAD is now okay for me. I'm active on USD CAD. Let me check the mobile, because after I open, I normally look at the trade on the mobile phone, so that I 100% sure everything is going well. Okay guys, so yeah, my trade is active on USD CAD by market from this around 1.3032. Now if you let me double check, because I normally try to double check. It's a matter of money. My account size is sometimes a bit bigger, so I don't want to like make any mistake on this. Okay, so USD CAD buy trade active, could be loser, could be winner. Let's run the trade. Keep in mind that it's weekend, we might see downward move even to this zone, so make sure you manage your risk. If you do not manage your risk, okay, I'm telling you, if you do not manage your risk, even if it is winning trade, if the price come here, it will blow your account. So make sure you don't take more than 1% risk on the trade. So once we open, now we see a couple of pips going in profit. Now this is weekend, we might see tonight a target hit, or we might see next week. I'll give you an update on this trade on Monday as soon as you start the session, or if I have time on Sunday, I will do a live session Sunday evening, so that we can have a preparation for next day. Yeah, so it's going in the direction, guys and girls. So with that said, I'm gonna wrap up this session. This was an awesome session. As you can see, we had quite a few trades running in the basket. So what time do 9:30 p.m. Sydney time, so you can check in your time. You can subscribe to the channel, guys. I see only a couple of likes. I need quite a few likes. Give thumbs up today. I didn't tell. I see that likes is not there that much. I need a big thumbs up, guys. Smash the like button. I'll count 3 and I need everyone give a thumbs up to help the stream. You can see that this is the best stream you will get in this industry. So 0 1 2 3 smash. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. And also, if you didn't subscribe, make sure you subscribe to the channel to be notified any kind of content, strategy and live streaming from this channel. So with that in mind, guys, I'm gonna end this session. Have a good weekend everybody, and I'll see you on live session on Monday or on Sunday evening. With that said, thank you very much.